Hello, buddy. So I wanted to do some content today about the seriousness and the dangers of actually being on a spiritual path. Because sadly, being a content creator, um, as well as a reader and a preacher, I think that, it's very evident to me that when I talk about this stuff, people clearly don't take it very seriously, or they kind of, yeah, I know what you mean, and you don't. And it's not me trying to be patronizing by saying that. It's I'm trying to get across that what you think a spiritual path is, in fact, isn't. Now, most people, when we talk about being on a spiritual path, unfortunately, they do just think about oh, I've had a spiritual awakening, I'm going to go and birth a drum and drink cacao and stuff like that. And I get that I use that, and I'm sure that the cacao drinkers and the drum players out there will feel like they're being targeted. It's very Instagram culture. The reality is that most people on a spiritual path actually aren't on a spiritual path. They're on a commercial spiritual journey. When you're on a true spiritual path, the reality of the situation is scary, it's dangerous, and you have to basically have balls of steel. Now, for me, I've experienced a lot of stuff. Now, I get that I'm younger than a lot of the other practitioners out there. I get that I've not been doing this as long as some of the other practitioners out there. However, I've been on an accelerated path due to my role, my mission, what I am here to do. Now, when I do this right, so being on platforms like TikTok, for example, you have to be entertaining. It's an entertainment platform. The sad fact is that creators like me, across the board, are just getting wiped out with the views because, as great as things like TikTok is, it is completely destroyed people's attention span. So most people won't even get this far. They'll have scrolled away because I've not caught their attention within 3 seconds. People like me don't get the opportunity to speak, believe it or not. Oh, yes, bitch, you're always speaking, Richard. You love the sound of your own voice. But I'm not getting viewed. Why? Because people don't want to. The reality is, people don't want to face the reality. As I say, being on a spiritual path, whether people want to admit it or not, whether they know it or not, it's dangerous. And I'm quite fully aware that being on an entertainment platform, when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm sure that some of you, for the best intentions, want to believe me, but it sounds a little bit far fetched. It sounds a little bit, oh, he's a new lunatic, he's off again. And I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that. The sad fact is, and I talk about this time and time and time again, when you elevate, when you raise your vibration through your elevation, it means that people turn on you. And this is why I'm constantly saying it's not all love and light. Being on a spiritual path is lonely and it's hard. And like I say, people will turn on you. The amount of people who have turned on me over the years, for God knows what reasons, is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The sad fact is that human beings are so easily swayed and influenced by power, greed, corruption, and control. And when you're on a spiritual path, it's about standing up to that. Now, I'm under no illusions what the ascension process actually is. It's not about being all fluffy and oh, let's all be nice. No, this is spiritual war. We are here to change the world. Now, sadly, most of you who do watch this content won't even be aware of the state of affairs with what's happening with the president of the USA, with the files, because you just either A, follow the mainstream news, or B, go, oh, I don't follow the news. So you don't get this information. Now, I don't watch the mainstream news, but I get my actual what's going off from things like TikTok. It's really, really dark. We're talking about horrific Black Mirror stuff here. And me as a spiritualist, I understand that I am here to help change that. Now, I love what I do, and I do. I enjoy doing the readings. I enjoy doing all the other stuff. But I also understand that I am here to bring the change. I take what I do extremely seriously. And that takes precedence over anything. One of the reasons why I don't have a big circle is because I have been backstabbed so many times. Now, that might sound dramatic, but it's the truth. I don't want a big circle. I don't even really want a circle. One of the reasons is because I'm sick of getting backstabbed. The other reason is that I'm sick of seeing people turn who come into my presence. Good, honest people who get taken over. And I can't see that. That is why I basically keep myself to myself. I can't live a matrix life anymore. Likewise, I get that I upset people when I'm doing the readings, especially for the regulars, when I say, maybe it's time that we consider getting you a different reader or getting some additional support. It's not that I don't want to read for you anymore. It's not that I'm trying to upset you or embarrass you. The fact is, because I take my role so seriously, and I understand by doing a reading, despite the information not coming from me, coming from source, I'm just the delivery tool. I want you people to change your lives. And I'm quite aware that being an activator reader, and we're few and far between, you have a finite amount of time to crack that coding in that person. And if it doesn't work after a couple of attempts, then I'm just being paid to spin rhetoric. I would rather not have X amount on a subscription and for you to go away for a period of time and find somebody who can get through to you so that you can change their life, change your life, rather than me just kind of spinning the same rhetoric and shouting at you. I take my job extremely seriously. Yes, I have a laugh. Yes, I probably come across as Truman Show entertainment value. But I want to see people help themselves. And that is more important to me than taking your money and getting likes. Far more important. Now, at some point when you're on a spiritual path, you will have a choice, much like the Matrix. Do you take the red pill? Do you take the blue pill? Because as soon as you exit those gates, there is no coming back. The Matrix wants to keep you in it. And you have a choice. And I don't blame people if they want to stick in it. That's perfectly fine. Jesus Christ, the stuff that I know and I've seen, horrific. Absolutely horrific. However, I've come too far. I've worked too damn hard, and I will not be stopped. So I'm sorry if I do upset people on occasion when I'm doing my readings or my content and stuff like that. But the reality is, I'm here on a mission. Nothing more, nothing less. I get that I'm here to try and entertain people, but that's secondary. If you think I'm a lunatic, I don't like I was saying, I don't care. I don't care. But at the same time, if you're not willing to accept what I say as truth, then there's no point watching me. You're literally just watching me as an entertainment character. And I'm not that. I'm a reader. I'm an activator reader to try and wake you up. Spiritual paths are scary, they're hard, and they're dangerous. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you want to join the fight back, if you want to actually join the charge, then you've got to take accountability for yourself first off to make the changes. You've got to accept and understand the horrific nature of this world. And you've got to start listening to people like me and not just seeing it as entertainment value. Thank you.